All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, sisters of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell. And I'm coming on here this morning because I had somebody to send me a letter, send me an address electronically, and they was asking me about what do skinny people do. Now, again, I'm not going to get into all the big words and stuff, but they have different categories of what they call a different body size. And of course, the body size for a skinny person is an ectomorph. Okay, it's an ectomorph. Ectomorph, whatever way you want to pronounce it. But anyway, what they're saying is that these are people who they use the term quote unquote hard gainers because their metabolism is constantly racing all the time. And so the question was asking me, what can a skinny person do in order to gain muscle or gain a lot of weight? What can they do? Well, now, believe it or not, conventional wisdom for you is not going to work. Conventional wisdom is not going to work. You cannot apply the same things to the other types of body sizes or the same philosophy to your body size as they do out there in the world. Now, understand this. I'm not what you call a certified fitness trainer, even though I think that just life in general and me being a fitness man for well over 30-something years, I think that qualifies me enough. I don't need their paperwork and their qualifications just to give you common sense. I've made the mistakes and then went through all that gauntlet of stuff. Now here I am at 47 years old. I'm able to give you wisdom. You can pick and choose to use it if you want to. It makes no difference to me. But I do apply it. But in Ectomorph, listen to me. You that are very, very skinny and very, very what they call quote unquote hard gainers, you've got to change your philosophy. You have to do the direct opposite of other people. Now, while you do need to eat clean and you need to have clean carbohydrates in your system and stuff, the philosophy for you is a little bit different. You actually need to tank up on what they call junk food. And I'm not talking about cookie, cakes, and pies and all that other stuff. I'm talking about get you some good lean beef and stuff at home, make you a hamburger, make you a pizza, and just get after it. But you need to eat. You're not consuming enough calories in a day because for your metabolism. 3,500 calories a day is the so-called norm or something like that. You need to try to calculate your calories, and you need to be somewhere in between the 4,000 and 5,000 calorie a day range. And you might ask, well, how in the world can I do that? Well, for you, you can eat what you call the pastas, the rices, and all this other stuff. But at the same time, you need to make sure you're moving and you're doing something. You need to be doing some type of resistance training, high intensity resistance training, because if you don't, you're going to turn around and die of a heart attack because you're putting all these calories into you and you're not moving, you're not doing anything. And when I mean move, I'm not talking about just getting out and working. See, a lot of people think, and they're under the delusion, that if I just get out there and I work and I sweat, then I'm doing all right, and that I'm actually moving. Well, yeah, you are moving, but you're not doing enough for your body to be considered any type of fitness level. And if you don't believe me, take your shirt off, look in the mirror. When I take my shirt off, I'm not ashamed of what I see. But I'm not going to take my shirt off for people to see either. But I'm not ashamed of what I see. And so there's a lot of philosophy that has to be changed. So, you need to eat, and I mean eat. And you need to eat clean and drink water. But here's the biggest secret of all right here for you hard gainers and stuff. While you need to eat a lot of protein, okay? A good clean protein, fish, chicken, beef. You stay away from animals that eats its own feces. Swine, that's obvious. Even the Bible tells you that. Yeah, we live in a country that a pork is the so-called other white meat and a delicacy, and they make fools out of it. Can you imagine this? Imagine this. Many of you on a daily basis eat an animal that when it turns right around and sticks its nose and snout in it and gobbles up and eats it, or as soon as another pig, a swine, farts, craps, or whatever, it's got its nose down there eating the very thing, and then it's in its body, and it goes into its meat, and you eat that mess. There's a reason why that the Most High told us don't be eating that damn swine. But hey, if it makes you happy, go ahead and eat it. But just know this: swine eaters have a destination as well. Go read the prophet Isaiah; he'll tell you exactly where you're going. But here's one of the secrets I'm going to give you. If you're a hard gainer, you need to find a clean protein. Now, I'm going to show you what I call also a clean protein. I got two things in here, and let me get there real quick. And these are quite expensive. Now, what I usually do is I keep these on hand because in case we have somebody that has gone through a sickness or something like that around here, and we know because myself and Sister Carol understands the body and understand fitness, we try to make sure that we have the quality protein sources on hand. Now, I would not recommend that you just go out and try to buy it. You need to try to find another source. This is just the best source that I've found thus far. There could be another one out there, less expensive. Matter of fact, I think Nature's Way or Nature's Sunshine could have one out there that is just as good. But this is the one that we like here, and it's very expensive. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's about $150 a jug. And it comes from One World Way. Now, I would only recommend this to you if you are in a high level of fitness. If you're not in a high level of fitness, you stay away from this because you getting ready to go broke. I think Nature Sunshine has one that's a whole lot less expensive than this, and maybe like $40-something or something like this. But this is I think it's a 5-pound tub right here. But what this is, it deals with acrylamide that has no hormones, no BHEs, no stimulants, deterrents, no flavor enhancers, and you know, all that other stuff. And I usually have a jug or two of this around, which we're very low now. This contains no sugars, no preservatives, no artificial flavors, and all this other stuff. But it costs a lot. It costs a whole lot of money. And I've probably given out, if I order 3 of these, I'll probably give out 2 of them, and I have one on the shelf that's just sitting. I don't even take it every single day, as a matter of fact, because there's no need in me consuming that kind of protein when I can get that protein through chicken, through fish, and through beef. I mean, food. There's no need in supplementing when you're eating the right amount of food. So don't think you can go out here, go work out, and then just drink a protein shake and you're getting all your quality proteins and stuff. Your best source of protein is in food. Do you hear me? Food. Now this is just a supplement for people if you are not able to consume or eat a protein. But they also have another protein out there, Optimum Way. Now it's nowhere near as as good as this, but it's still a good source of protein. You get a big old 10-pound bag of that stuff for like $80 or $90, and that would be a good source of protein. But what you need slow digested protein, and Optimum Way actually makes one. I don't have it. It's been a long time since I've been in this. I'm just answering this question off my hip right here. And then also here is a raw meal right here. Which is a very, very good source of protein and stuff. It's a vegan type source right here, but it's a very good source of protein. And it will help you poop as well. And I know I'm talking about skinny people here, but I just thought I'd go ahead and add in some more since everybody loves, watching these videos. But this is a good source of daily greens now. It's not as powerful as the green food we make here on the land, but it's a good source of greens. It really, truly is. And you can buy this at Amazon. That's where I usually get mine at, is Amazon. And I don't consume that on a daily basis because we eat a lot of green leafy vegetables. So hear me out. If you are eating quality foods, clean carbohydrates, and you're consuming spinach, collard greens, like Heather's collard greens. We need to patent that, Heather's collard greens. If you're consuming good sources of Vita Green, different types of green leafy lettuces and vegetables and stuff, and you're eating, you don't need to supplement. You do not need to supplement because you're getting what you need for your body to function. But for you skinny people, before you go to bed, you need to drink or either eat a good quality source of protein. Maybe like 20 minutes before you go to bed, you need to cook you a big meal and eat it. I mean a big meal and eat it. Go to bed on a full stomach, and make sure you're really tired too, because if not, you're going to stay up all night long. So you need to learn how to regulate yourself. That's why I say what works for one doesn't work for another, but the principles that are applied are still the same. And I hope you understand what I'm saying. And if you don't, just ask the question. I'll try my best to answer it, okay? I think I've said enough here. And I'm going to continue to keep doing this because people are interested in their health. I see people all the time, my age or younger, or maybe 5 years or 10 years my senior in this age right here, and they're not in very good health and good shape at all whatsoever. And it's just a sad, sad situation. But hey, that's the choice and decision they chose to make. It's none of my business. Whatever makes you happy. But I believe that after all these years of being in fitness, that my opinion carries some form of weight or some type of value. You can pick and choose and do what you want. But if you are a man and your gut, if you do not have a 10-inch ratio difference between your chest and your gut, you're at a high risk, not only for obesity, but you're at a high risk for heart attacks. There's no way that you should be having this big old gigantic moon tire around you. And of course, when you measure yourself from your navel right here, you go all the way around, and then you take that tape measure and you put it right there. You know where them big fat love handles are hanging at, and you put it right there, and not down here where you wear your belt and everything else, and then your belly hangs over right up here where the navel is, and then you go around. You see right there, you go around, and what you do is you measure at that midpoint right there, and you shouldn't have this part right here greater than this up here. Do you understand? This part down here there should at least be a 10-inch difference from here to here if you want to try to gauge what your body is naturally when it comes to health. Do you understand? Okay, so I don't know what my measurements are right here because it's been a while. And like I said, I'm just now getting my body back into what I call the range where I can get past the soreness to where I can start really pushing forth and going forth and really exercising. So I still have another week or two before I can get past that soreness, before I can really start exercising where I want. And I understand that. So that's, but anyway, hey, I was supposed to answer this for skinny people. I got off on a lot of other digressions and stuff. I thought I'd try to just cram in more. And another thing is, okay, it's 6:23 in the morning. And, some of us, we get up and we exercise and we walk. This is probably about the best walker that I found. Now, it's, I don't know if this camera's going to focus in. There it is right there. If you go on Amazon, you look for that one right there. I think it's like $30-something. This is the best one I found. I've been through trial and error on walkers already. Now, it's 6:24 in the morning, and I've already been 5,762 steps. You want to try to average 10,000 steps a day. Now, myself and Sister Carol, we average between 15 and 25,000 steps a day. And I think if my memory served me right, if I calculate this, the 5,762 steps equals to about 2.9 miles, something like that. But anyway, you want to walk, if you can, at least 3 to 4 miles a day or 10,000 steps. And this is a good way to do it. You can program your weight. You take 10 steps and you divide it by 10, and it gives you the measures in feet. So therefore, you can check out your stride to make sure that you're calculating your stride just right. But that's probably about the best stepper I found. And I just put it in my pocket. I just take this stepper right here, and I keep it in my pocket. If I change clothes, I keep my pocket, and I just go ahead and walk and go on and stuff. And every once in a while throughout the day, I gauge to see what I'm doing. And it's all about moving. It's all about moving. And you need to move. You need to move. And also resistance. So, no, I know people who lay block and they have heart attacks at 50 and 60 years old because they lay block, drink beer, eat ice cream at night. And they think that they're doing something because they're sweating just because of just a regular old outside yard. But that ain't it. It's about heart rate. It's about getting that body up there and making it really truly work. the way our ancient ancestors used to. So anyway, I hope I said something to encourage your heart and soul. Y'all have a good day out there. It's raining. Man, I wanted to go outside and hit that hill again, but it's raining. I guess I shouldn't let the rain be an excuse. Should I could always get a bar of soap